What's the most hated food to eat but is perfectly healthy? I don't even understand the question. What do you mean? Like, Vegemite and Marmite aren't gonna kill you. They're not, like, healthy, but won't kill you. I just hate them. Taste like shit. You know what? Actually, I have a crazy answer to that I was just ranting about earlier today. You remember when I was playing Elden Ring, I had that protein shake, the lean body protein, and I was like, man, this is terrible. Well, I decided to give it another chance with its other flavors, so I bought one of every flavor, because, like, the nutrition facts on it are crazy for the lean body protein shakes. So I bought chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. I already ruled that cookies and cream was a wash. This is, without a doubt, the worst tasting beverage ever made. Bar none. It's not even close. This is the worst taste I have ever contaminated my mouth with. The chocolate, I actually thought I got poisoned. I thought Publix had played a joke on the consumers and they actually just slipped like some kind of like anthrax or something in there, like a neurotoxin. It was... I was so close to just immediately vomiting off trying the chocolate. The vanilla was bad, but not as bad. It was just like the worst possible vanilla flavor. And the strawberry was the best of the bunch, but it was very bad too. The chocolate, though, that needs to be a crime to be sold. Do people like it? They must. I mean, here's a video right here. Best tasting protein shake. Which I don't believe. I almost saved them. I threw them out. But I almost saved them just to pass them around to my friend group to see how they reacted to it. Because it was visceral. Did it taste like rubbing alcohol or something? No, it just tasted rotten. It did not taste like it's something you're supposed to consume. Like, I've had drinks that are more, like, medicinal than they are for enjoyment, and I can stomach them just fine. I usually do not care. Jocko protein shakes are fine. I like Jockos. The Jocko Malks, they're okay. But this wasn't... It didn't taste medicinal. It didn't taste healthy. It's not one of those things that you just, like, plug your nose and just chug to get it over with. It tasted like something you're not supposed to be ingesting. I was stunned. Absolutely stunned at how bad they were. Try Premier protein shakes. Never even heard of Premier. I'll check them out. Do a protein drink tier list. That's not a bad idea. So far my favorite's still Fairlife, but I keep reading over and over and over and over again about how bad Fairlife actually is for you, and then people calling into question the actual protein amount in them. So I'm trying really hard to find another protein drink that's equivalent. Yeah, no lie, at my old place, my roommate got a bunch of those. I had one and blasted. Oh, I see there was more to that statement. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Blasted out both ends the next morning. Absolute biohazard, horrible product. Oh no, it's terrible. It is. They need to refine that formula. It's horrible. Someone else might agree with you. The first short is them pouring it down the drain. True. Wait, you better check what? What do I have to check for? Oh god, it's the chocolate one. No wonder it goes straight in the fucking drain. That's the only place it belongs. Okay, mine wasn't like that. That's bad. Mine wasn't that bad. It wasn't spoiled. I bet yours was still in the process of spoiling. It wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, it didn't taste like just something that you force down because it's good for you. It actually tasted like your body needs to reject it, like it shouldn't go in you. What's the price for these? I don't recall. They were cheaper than Fairlife, but I don't remember by how much. I like Fairlife, but I just keep hearing how bad it is for you, so I'm trying to find a better alternative. Put cricket powder in milk. Psycho. Cricket powder's not terrible, but I would never do that frequently. Worst food ever is the noni plant. Second place goes to papaya. The hell is the noni plant? Vomit cheese puke fruit. This fruit is called vomit fruit.
These are noni fruits, right? They are also called vomit fruits or stinky blue cheese fruits. Look at these. Do you see that? This is how they are under the tree. You see? They're super, super ripe, super soft. But look, right above me. Can you see that here? That's how they hang on the tree. Right? And once they are ready, they fall off just like this. We live in paradise, by the way.
They look like larvae.
This is how I wash my fruits. Now, let's try it. Oh my god. This fruit is so potent, it numbs your whole mouth. Believe it or not, like an anesthetic, right? Numbs your whole mouth.
That sounds awful.
And it has a very sharp flavor, like cheddar cheese, right? Or like a camembert that's been too long in the fridge. Really, really delicious.
It numbs your whole mouth?
These are noni fruits, right?
Why? Why would you want to eat that? Fucking Novocaine fruit. What? That's terrible. Probably just tingles. That's true, he could just be like exaggerating it. Check out the Fairlife investigation by 12 News. Undercover video in Arizona alleges ongoing consumer fraud by Fairlife. Wait a minute. See, this is what I'm saying, man. There's just so much shit about this brand.
I'm a household name in the dairy industry, a company that promises better treatment for its cows.
But in a class action lawsuit, Fairlife is facing allegations that they are still sourcing milk from alleged animal abusers and polluters. They've shared video with the I-Team and a warning for viewers, some of it is hard to watch. The Coca-Cola brand has a major processing plant in Goodyear, and in February, the company vowed to cut ties with the local dairies.
Okay, so this one, the consumer fraud is about the lying about the conditions in which they're getting their milk, their dairy. That one I've known about for a minute. That one's been going on for a little while. I thought this was also in addition to like the other things I've heard about in particular the core power not actually having like the 42 grams of protein, and that the ingredients in there are like, it's not honest or something. I already forgot all of it, but the big thing was they call into question the 42 grams of protein. It's also the highest microplastics in a beverage. So that's what I'm saying, man. I've been trying to find like an alternative. You still drink it? I haven't in a while. Which is how we got onto this fucking side tangent here with lean body protein. Because this is... That's an affront to God. Muscle milk is OG. I don't hate muscle milk. I don't love it, though. Have you heard of Fight Milk? Excellent title. Fight Milk. Huh? Let me see. Oh, it's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I have not seen that episode. I love that name. That goes hard. Have you tried Dubai chocolate yet? Internet overhyped this so much. What the fuck is that? Dubai chocolate. How Dubai chocolate craze won over Trader Joe's, Costco, and Crumble. Never heard of this in my life. Is that real potato? I didn't know that.
This is a Dubai chocolate bar. It's a chocolate bar stuffed with a paste of pistachios, karaif, or shredded phyllo dough, and tahini. It first went viral in 2023, and since then, it's become a global phenomenon.
That was worth the hype.
The original by Fix
News
Desserts
to me.
is only sold in Dubai. New York City business The Nuts Factory says it was the first in the city.
Is it good? This is the first time hearing about it. Does it actually live up to the hype? Because I haven't heard a peep about that. It's basically the new boba. What? The new boba? Most people are saying it's either mid or not that good. Is there anyone that fucking swears by it, like absolutely loves it? It's expensive as hell. How expensive is it? So on Amazon right now, Dubai chocolate bar pistachio is $10. Jesus. That reminds me, we just filmed a video a couple days ago. Have you guys ever heard of Last Crumb? It's one of those bougie cookie brands. For $120 you get 12 cookies, and they're all like sexual themed. Super cringe. $10 a cookie. Okay, a lot of people seem to have heard of it. That just seems to be the new trend right now, where you take something really simple and you turn it into like a gourmet thing and make it very expensive, and people just go ballistic for it. Just look them up. It looks so pretentious. Wait till you see the video. That doesn't even scratch the surface. We were stunned by the Last Crumb cookies. It is... I don't even have the right words for it. They give each cookie their own lore. And the lore is almost always the author trauma dumping about something. So like one of the cookies, right? It's like everything but the candles. And the author's like, there's a lot of things you could put candles on and should put candles on, but it should never be your fucking birthday cake. And it's really embarrassing because they do like they say like fuck and they bleep it. So they put little stars there. And then it's all like sexual. It's weird. It was so weird. The cookies were fine, but not worth $10. $10 a piece is crazy. Reddit humor? No, it was worse than that, man. Like the very first chocolate bar, it was either the first or second one. It was called like Butt Naked or something. And the lore was like, don't let your grandmother have this cookie. I'm sure she's a great woman. In fact, I know she's a great woman. Your grandmother's always been super supportive, but you don't want her to taste this cookie because then she'll want to fuck you or something. It was awful. And we read every single one. Where do I see this? Like I said, it'll be up on like Monday or Tuesday. I'm sure here. If I look it up, I can find you like the exact one. I'm sure they have it somewhere. They have like a booklet. They send you a book. It comes in a giant box. And it looks like basically a collector's box for like a video game or something. Except it's like a bunch of album covers kind of, so it's all like noir. It's black and white. You open it up, then there's another box inside. That has your cookies, and then it comes with your user's guide, which is your Bible. It's your cookie Bible. And it tells you about each cookie and the story of the cookie. Yeah, this is what it was called. It was called Better Than Sex. Yeah, here. It's even on their fucking website. Some of the cringe. So, like, coming down here. Sorry, Grandma. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't know if they have, like, the entire lore. Let me see. No, they don't. That's reserved for the book that they send you. You should do a most expensive type video series. We've been thinking about it. It is crazy how cringe these really expensive companies are. Or, expensive products are for, like, simple products. Did you warm them up before eating? It's necessary for the full experience. We did. We followed all of the rules of the Last Crumb guide. We did. It did not make them worth $10. It is legitimately just like the most LA shit. That whole brand, that whole company is just like the most LA thing. We used salted butter in this one because duh. The menu type shit. No. I wouldn't, because here's the thing. I wouldn't even call it, I mean, it is pretentious, but I wouldn't even call it that kind of pretentious. It tries to be, it's like the most annoying class clown. It's like in college, where like everyone's in the lecture, and someone tries to be like kind of quirky to get a giggle out of people, and it's just so uncomfy. And no, not really, Naomi. I can't even describe it to you until you get to hear from the book itself. So did the cookies ship from LA? They were born in Los Angeles, but for some reason ours shipped from New York. Don't know if that's where like they're stationed for the East Coast or something, but ours came from New York. I think The Sopranos is great. I really, really like it. I'm almost done with season 3, so we're getting through it slowly but surely. I think it's a really, really good show. I'll say it again. AJ is like probably my least favorite character I've ever seen in a TV show. And it's not even like the actor's fault or anything. This character gets nothing to do except get sent away in every scene he's in. So last night's episode, it was what was it, episode 9 of season 3? He like the only appearance he had in the episode is he's sitting at the dinner table for the Sunday dinner, and the second that scene starts, I said out loud, they're gonna send AJ away. I shit you not even a minute into the scene, of course there's a big blow up. Well, it wasn't a big blow up, but there was something that arose, and then immediately AJ's like, can I just be excused? And like, yeah, go to your room. So he just goes to his room. Every single scene this kid is in, it always ends with some kind of argument, and then it's like, AJ, go to your room. And even when he doesn't even really do anything half the time, he'll just, like, Tony will ask him a question like, AJ, what'd you learn in school? And he just goes, I don't know. And then for some reason, there's a huge explosion, anger all over the place, and it's like, AJ, go to your room, I need to talk to Tony. Like, over and over. And then when they're visiting his grandmother, Carmela brings AJ. He's like, do you want to see your grandma? And AJ's like, yeah, I want to see grandma. Carm brings the grandma. Grandma says one word, and Carm's like, AJ, will you excuse us? Every fucking scene. It's all he does. He goes somewhere because someone invites him. He gets sent away. He comes downstairs. Someone asks him a question. They get mad at him. They send him away. Over and over and over again. And he only ever has like 5 fucking words per episode if he's on screen. If that. Like, I feel so fucking bad for that guy. Like, he doesn't get to do anything. Like, Jesus Christ. And then 2 episodes ago, I think it was, Carm was like, AJ, do you want to come with me to see your sister? Or, no. AJ was like, can I come with you, Mom, to see Meadow? And so Carm takes AJ to see their sister. And then immediately Meadow says something, and Carm's like, AJ, go outside. And AJ even says, why do I even come? Like, he literally just says, every time I come, this happens. And it's so true, because it's all he does. It's all he gets to do, is he goes somewhere, he gets sent away. And even when he doesn't go anywhere, he gets sent away. It's fucking, it's incredible. Why even put him in there? Why even have that kid? He does nothing. But other than that, I think the show is incredible. I think it's amazing. Is he building up to something? I don't know what it could possibly be building up to. I have no idea what AJ's character arc is. Because even when they do give him some lines, it's usually like Tony trying to bond with him, and AJ's like, you want to play Nintendo? And Tony's like, always with this Nintendo. What about a fucking, gabagool? Whatever happened to that? And he's like, okay. And then they just eat, and then that's the whole scene. It's like, what the fuck? Like, that's it. And then, AJ, go to your room. We're done. So I don't know what they could possibly be building with AJ. I don't know what they're cooking right now. I have no idea. I really hope he gets to do anything in this show. Anything at all. It's... Every time AJ's on screen, I actually just get mad. Like, it just makes me fucking mad, because I know what's coming. I know it's coming. He is like a precursor to an argument immediately, and he's leaving that scene immediately. It does build up to something. I fucking hope so. Wait till Ralph pops up. Ralph's already here! Ralph is the only one that even, like, converses with AJ, and that's, like, being very generous. Ralph was just referencing some movies, and AJ was like, haha, I like that movie. And then Tony's like, can you stop talking about that at the fucking table? Jesus Christ! AJ, go to your fucking room! No, we're talking about The Sopranos. Because I'm watching it for the first time. And it's a really amazing show. That's just, like, my main gripe. That is by far my main complaint. Actually, you know what? I have one more complaint. I have one more complaint while we're on the subject. Almost every single time any character in this show, it doesn't matter who, it does not matter who, anytime a character is talking to another character, I know that this scene is ending with an argument and a lot of yelling and a big explosion of emotions over nothing. And it's every character. Like, I understand, especially in regards to some of the characters like Tony and everything, it makes total sense, but it's every character. It's Carm, it's Meadow, it's AJ, it's everyone. It's Ralph, it's Richie, it's everybody. And Chris especially. If they are talking to each other, I know if there is dialogue spoken between these characters right now, it's going to just blow up over nothing. So, like, so what? Where's the fucking ZD? I asked for the fucking ZD! And Carm's like, you didn't ask for the fucking ZD! And then it's a big blow up over nothing, and then we go to another scene, and I'm like, okay, time for another big explosion, because now Chris just asked Adriana who the most famous person she had sex with is. And then immediately she's like, it was this famous person. He's like, you low-life whore! You low-life whore! And starts slapping her. Every time they talk. And it's like, god damn it. The serious business they deal with affects regular life. And I get that in a lot of cases that makes a ton of sense. But again, it's not just those characters. It's every character ever. Literally every character ever. Like Artie's, here's another one. Like Artie's wife. She's not in that life. She despises that life. But Artie's wife, like Artie will be like, so I was thinking about this new recipe. She's like, what the fuck, Artie? You can't be thinking about that fucking recipe! We got other recipes here! So it's just every character when they talk to each other just gets so mad out of nowhere instantly over anything. Yeah, no, I really do like the show a lot, though. Those are like the only two things that... the only two things that I'm not, like, blown away by. AJ's character, because he gets to do fucking nothing except get sent away. And I think every conversation leading to an argument at all times is... Sometimes it can be a bit much. Those are literally the only two things, though. Yeah, there's still a few things I need to whine about with the Nintendo Switch 2 that I forgot to cover in the video earlier. New Kirby Air Ride game, I'm so happy. Yeah, hopefully you have $200 lying around so you can buy it. I'm exaggerating, you only need 90. I'm kidding, if you want digital you only need 80. Yeah, we'll be doing more more Schedule 1 here in a little bit. I just need I need to keep venting about the Nintendo Switch 2. It's so infuriating. I can't help it. So we'll shoot this shit for a little bit, then go into Schedule 1. Them acting like adding game chat to the Switch as a crazy feature was hard to watch. So yeah, I wanted to mention that when I covered it earlier, but I was just so in a flow state insulting them for just the general pricing of the games, I forgot. The fact that they're trying to sell you on game chat is mind-boggling and only goes to show just how truly out of touch Nintendo is as a company. It is shocking. Like, I don't know how you can even exist in this time period and be so isolated from the rest of the world like Nintendo. Yeah, I know, I couldn't believe it, random person. I still won't believe Silksong's actually coming out this year until it literally drops. I still won't believe it. My friends were defending Nintendo today. I've seen a lot of defense of Nintendo today, actually, which is shocking. I've used that word so many times, but I can't think of other adjectives to describe my bewilderment. It is what I believe to be truly indefensible for Nintendo to be charging $80 for standard digital games and $90 for the physical, which is not a physical game. You are buying a box with a code. Basically, you get a little key and you put the key in. They even state your physical copy is not the game. It doesn't have the full game data. You buy the key and then you download it still. And they charge you an extra $10, $90. Keep in mind, when you go, like, let's take, for example, Australia. Australians are going to be paying like $120, $130 per game. I don't know how you can possibly defend it. Now, of course, it's not all games, but it seems like it's every first-party game. So Mario Kart and Kirby are both confirmed to be $80. And I think the trend is going to be every first-party title for Nintendo, which is what you're buying a Switch for mainly, is going to be $80. It's also 144 CAD. Oh my god. That's sickening. You can't fully blame Nintendo, we just got tariffs today. Nintendo's pricing did not happen in response to the tariffs that got announced after the Direct. That's wild, Cope. This had been planned from Nintendo for the Switch 2. Also, let's look at something else here that I wanted to mention today, but I was too busy ranting about the pricing on games. They have a paid downloadable tour of the Switch. Literally, your tech demo is a paid game. They don't even give it to you for fucking free. This is how greedy Nintendo is. Copied Astrobot and couldn't even make it free. Oh, it's disgusting. It's just disgusting. Nintendo has historically always been cheaper than their competitors since the N64. This is very shocking even for Nintendo standards. Yeah, that was one of the big selling points on Nintendo for the longest time. The consoles are cheaper. They always have been cheaper than the competition. Now, they're still cheaper, but only marginally. They're not that much cheaper anymore with the Switch 2 pricing. And while, like, the price of the Switch 2 is higher than I thought it would be, like, that'd still be sensical if the pricing of the games was normal. But you have that coupled with now the increased price on the games that people actually really want for it. It's a recipe for disaster. And another thing to note is that the price on the Nintendo games is never going down. Nintendo games from like 8 years ago are still full price. So these $80 games like Mario Kart or Kirby, they will stay $80 for fucking ever. So you're never going to get it for cheaper unless you're pirating it. I already know the games won't run well. Can't wait to play Dusk Bloods and Cyberpunk at 15 FPS and the console catching fire. I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt based on the specs that the Switch 2 is going to run fine. I know that's crazy, like that's probably a super hot take. I think it'll probably run fine. I really do. I've been very optimistic on the hardware for the Switch 2. NES games were $45 in 1990, which is equal to $115 to $120. It's really not that crazy. We've gone up to 80 from being at 60 for decades. See, I've seen this cope a lot. Why are you okay swallowing shit? What is it about Nintendo's ass that makes their poop taste so good to eat? It didn't need to be increased, and it definitely didn't need to be increased to $90 for something that's not even a physical game. There's just no justifying it. There isn't, no matter how you spin it. You can go back to like the NES and say like $45 back then if you account for inflation. That's your prerogative. But that fails to take into account the rest of the industry right now. Nintendo is the most expensive games now. And they are also the weakest games. Literally, objectively, the weakest games. Like in terms of like hardware and performance. It was entirely unnecessary. And another thing worth noting, in the 90s, there wasn't digital downloads. You had to actually go physically produce that shit and put it on the shelves. Now, it's $80 for a digital download. It's not this one-to-one comparison that you think it is. So you can, like, put your ass in the air all you want for Big Daddy Nintendo to come pound it and defend them till the cows come home, but it's not a good comparison. How do the physical copies of the game work again? You pay $90 for some of the games for the physical copy, and what you get is a key. It doesn't have the full game. They specify it does not have full game data. So what you do is you then take that, you put it in the Switch 2, and it downloads the full game data. It gives you permission to download the full game via the internet. So you own nothing. You literally own nothing. You cannot own any of your games on the Switch. Not all physical copies are like that. Some Switch 1 games already do that. I know some Switch games already do that, and I know it's not for every game, I guess. I was getting a little too doom and gloom on it. But the fact that it's for some of their biggest games is still a huge problem. I don't care if we eliminate physical games. You keep saying they can take them away, but why would they? For real, there's no reason to suggest they would just confiscate a game. Okay, Matt, go ahead and hop on Concord real quick. And when you're done with Concord, go ahead and hop on the culling. Tell me how much fun you have on there. What about Defiant? X-Defiant. You mind hopping on there real quick, Matt? Tell me what's going on. And then when you're done with that, what about Jump Force? Oh yeah, Gundam Evo is another one you should check out, Matt. It's not about them taking your games away, per se. It's not like they're coming into your house and removing your access. Games get taken offline. Games you pay for get taken offline. If you get banned, you lose your games. There are so many ways you lose your games because you don't actually own shit. You own nothing. It's a problem. You're paying for permission, temporary access. You're paying for an idea of a game. No, Switch 2 is still going to sell extremely well. Nintendo cannot fail, and they know that. There's nothing Nintendo can do that would actually ruin them or make them reconsider. Oh yeah, and an extra $10 for physical seems to be confirmed as well. It's just what's not confirmed is how many games are going to be the code in a box physical. But the price seems to be $90 for physical. No, we're playing Schedule 1. It's just I needed to keep ranting about Nintendo because there was a lot that I forgot to talk about in the video today because I was just too steaming on the fucking prices. That shit is so unbelievable to me. I mean, it's not unbelievable. If any company was going to do it, it was always going to be Nintendo. But it still just fucking sucks because everything's going to follow. And you said it would never happen. Okay, I said $100 GTA 6 will never happen. That's what I said will absolutely never happen. I think it's going to happen now. Nintendo has made it very clear. I think Rockstar can easily get away with $100 GTA 6. So, I was wrong. Is what it is. I was wrong. I think GTA 6 will be $100. I couldn't have seen this coming. Not this early. We just made the jump to $70. Just made it. I didn't think they'd be so quick to 80 and 90. And you called everyone in chat crazy. In my defense, you are all lunatics to think that just raw dogging $100 GTA 6 was actually going to happen. Nintendo did it! When GTA 6 drops and it's $100, it's Nintendo that did it. And you guys did not know that. You didn't know it. You got lucky that Nintendo said, you know what? I do want to charge $20 extra. That's not my fucking fault. I couldn't have seen it coming. I was dealing in the realm of reason. Trump tariffs did it, but die on this hill, Queen. Yeah, I'm sure they responded to the tariffs immediately before Trump announced the actual amount of the tariffs. Nintendo saw into the future knowing the exact amount the tariff was going to hit them for, and they compensated. An expert gambit. Couldn't tell you, Komori. I'm not sure. But I can tell you one thing. I doubt the tariffs affect a digital download price from Nintendo. Especially because they announced all of this before the tariff even fucking hit. Have they said why it's so much? Because they can. I am curious if they're going to say anything about the price. My guess is no, they don't need to. They can just drop it and people will just buy it. They don't really need to explain, but I'm curious if they will. I would think not, though. Has Nintendo ever backed down on a decision? I don't know. That's a good question. Have they? I can't think of any instances, but maybe chat can. There's a 3DS price drop. Oh, okay, nice. There's one. I feel like Nintendo doesn't have a community that would protest the same way that PlayStation fans would if they did this. No, there's plenty of Nintendo defenders. Like, even just in chat, there's a ton of them. And I've seen a lot of mental gymnastics to justify and explain how this is actually totally reasonable. So, like I said, it's going to be fine for them, and they know that. Do you think gaming as a whole will see a drop in the amount of players now that prices are going up, as well as the poor quality of AAA game titles? I think so. I think we're very close to the bubble finally bursting. I think we're on the cusp. Nah, gaming is getting bigger and bigger every year. Yeah, but eventually it's going to start pricing people out. I think the bigger games are going to be indie games going forward. As $80 and $90 games become more and more common, I think more and more people are going to turn to indie gaming. Like, I don't think the amount of gamers is going to start decreasing anytime soon. He asked about AAA gaming, right? Am I misremembering? Didn't he say AAA? Do you think Sony will respond to the announcement with maybe some plans for a Bloodborne remaster or a remake? It's crazy how anything that happens in gaming is immediately like, well, what does this mean for Bloodborne? Do you think we're going to see something from Bloodborne? I'm sorry to say, Peyton, I don't think so. The only thing we might see from Sony as a response to this is them increasing the price of their games. It's not going to be good news. There's nothing good that comes from this. Oh, sorry, I thought I still had the pricing one pulled up. This is just their paid downloadable tour. Thoughts on Duskbloods being an 8-player PvPvE multiplayer game? I don't love that. I really don't love that, but I still have not been let down by FromSoft, and the trailer was very cool. And apparently a lot of people really like Night Rain, which I'm also skeptical of for the same reason, but we'll see. Gaming boycotts never work. No gamers are ever actually going to boycott the games that interest them. That's been proven time and time again, so Nintendo's gonna do just fine, no doubt. The only people that won't be buying the Nintendo games are the ones that actually just cannot afford spending $80 on them. Because it's fucking crazy expensive, but no one's actually gonna boycott it off principle. Thoughts on the Silksong 2025 window? As I said earlier, and as I will say until that game actually releases, I don't believe it. We had the exact same shit happen when Phil Spencer said, everything you just saw is releasing within a year, and Silksong was shown there. And Silksong did not release within a year. It's been fucking 3 years since that, so I will believe it when it actually is being played by me. Friends, I am so deep in the void right now. I am down the rabbit hole of looks maxing, and I don't know if I can ever get out. I'm starting to believe we really do live in a simulated universe because I am in the darkest corners of this, and I can't believe that this is real life. I'm in the looks maxing matrix here, and what I see disturbs me. It's an obsession for a lot of people. 10 days ago I made that video, Beware of Jelking, where I focused on like the sillier aspects of looks maxing, though admittedly still dangerous, where a big part of looks maxing is about your wiener and being insufficient to sexually pleasure a woman, so they recommend jelking exercises, which is stretching the penis in dangerous ways that often cause irreversible damage. They'll have you beating your skin flute like it owes you money, fucking pretzeling your cock, sticking it in your own butt, and just doing these like weird accordion-like stretches on your meat that in a lot of cases destroy it in the process. And I was making a video kind of just talking about that and joking about it because jelking is something that I'm familiar with because it was an old internet meme and something I also tried when I was young, stupid, and desperate. But when I made that video just 10 days ago, I was at the surface level of looks maxing. I still had my water wingies on and I was above water, but now, brother, I'm a fucking seasoned veteran. I have seen some weird shit with looks maxing and I want to share a little bit of it with you. There is a complete hyperfixation on wiener size in a lot of looks maxing communities where they believe that that is everything. And they spend every waking hour of their day doing all that they can to penis max, like everything they can to stretch and contort, or even drugs in some cases to increase the size in any way at all, even just like a fucking millimeter, they are doing. And it's really sad because that's like their whole life right now. I found this YouTube channel who for a while now has been posting content pretty much exclusively focused around dropping this arcane knowledge on how to increase your cock size. Like, just look at some of these. The Best Extender 4.0 is here, and then that doohickey looks like some kind of gadget that Wile E. Coyote would use to try and trap the Roadrunner, like a bear trap for it. And that's supposed to be something for your most sensitive area on the body? Like, my God, please have mercy. And then he does like these interviews with people, so like how women react to giant penis. Like his whole mentality is all about his cock. And it's, I don't know, like this obsession from not only him, but like the comments is so baffling to me. So you see that video right there? How porn stars blow massive loads? I decided to go to the comments and I saw this. I tried everything to blow bigger loads. Kegels and supplements and drinking 3 or 4 big glasses of celery juice a day. Hydration helps, drink lots and lots of water. Outside of that, yeah, it's genetics. I've always been a dribbler, and I always wanted to fire rope after rope of semen just like Peter North did. I'm unfamiliar with the work of Peter North, but he speaks about him like he's the Babe Ruth of cum. Now there was a guy who nearly drowned some of his co-stars. He's probably been retired for 10 or 15 years now, but 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, that dude was the GOAT when it came to the old money shot. This dude's got an entire diet around increasing load volume. Why? It's not that important. I mean, I guess it's a cool thing to be able to do if you're fucking dumping DNA by the gallon, like, I guess? But it's really not important enough to start buying supplements for it, drinking 4 glasses of celery juice a day. This man's training like Rocky Balboa, but for cum. Like, brother, it's not that big of a deal. And neither is having an average size willy. Like, if your Johnson isn't pushing 8 inches, it's not the end of the world like a lot of these looks maxing gurus are trying to scare you into thinking it is. It's not like you're going to be, you know, forced into a life of solitude and, you know, virginity because you have a 5-inch penis or whatever. Like, that's not the case. you need to play with the cards you're dealt. Like, and buying into like supplements and the extender medieval torture device, all that kind of shit, it's highly unnecessary.
Penis extender that I can use throughout the day without it interrupting any part of my day. I wanted something that I can simply wear and forget about it. I didn't want to feel it too much. I didn't want it to bother me. Unfortunately, there hasn't been anything like this on the market. And if you're following me for long enough, you realize that I tried so many different ways to rig my own device from using different materials together. However, since now I have the resources and I have the connections to be able to manufacture such device, I present to you the new best all-day stretcher right here. Now, if you want to stretch and make your penis bigger in the most comfortable way, this is it. I guarantee you there's not going to be anything more comfortable than this.
Holy shit, a whatchamahoosit designed to stretch your penis all day, just trying to fight for a couple millimeters? That is not a battle worth fighting. That is a war worth losing right there. Trying to claw a couple millimeters away from destiny, like trying to defy fate, it's not worth the agony and it's not worth the money for it either. It's just not that important. It really isn't. Though I can't help but giggle at the idea where you wear that strapped to your leg and connected to your schlong and just keep it on all day, constantly stretching. Throughout the video, he talks about how much force it can exert, like 3 to 5 pounds worth of force, depending on how much slack is in the cord. That's a lot. Like, you're gonna probably hurt yourself over time. No doubt in my mind about that. Also, when it's all day, does that mean you also take it, like, to work with you? So, like, you're just walking around the office in your long pants trying to conceal it? They don't know I'm stretch maxing. Or you're walking through Walmart just going to pick up some item, and the whole time your cock is just being tugged on by the stretching device? Like, that's yucky. I hate to think about that. It's this fixation that people are being kind of pushed into with things like looks maxing becoming so popular, where every single possible insecurity that anyone can ever have is being focused on and highlighted and put on this pedestal where it needs to be fixed. And the only way to fix it is through buying these things or watching these videos and supporting this person who's giving away this information, when that is just not the case. It's leading to people just making themselves miserable all the time. Like I said in the last video, there's a couple of positive things about looks maxing on like a very basic level, such as telling people that it's good to brush your teeth, it's good to take a shower, it's good to like fix your hair or dress nice. That's all very positive general advice. That's basically just being a parent to people, to be honest. Like that's not this level. This is where it gets dangerous, and it's really done by bad actors that are peddling shit to you to make money off of your insecurity that they are only exacerbating. It's just a horrible practice of keeping people miserable and always feeling insufficient, so that way they're responsive and more susceptible to buying this kind of garbage or subscribing to the people that just keep feeding into this belief. And it, like I said in the last one, it must be really confusing growing up in this kind of landscape right now because it's so prevalent, where you're getting told that, you know, getting laid is extremely important, and in order to get laid, you need to have a 6-figure income, you gotta have hunter eyes. If you don't have hunter eyes, well, hope you enjoy no pussy for the rest of your life. You don't have a chance. Just all kinds of awful things. I could sit here and play 1,000 looks maxing videos and shit on them, but at the end of the day, I actually just feel bad for the people who are constantly being fed that. Just being told all the reasons why they're ugly, and the only ways to fix it are by following these guides or buying these courses or these products. That's just fucking miserable. And then what inevitably happens is you brainwash other people into following this path, and it becomes like a cult, a looks maxing cult, where they've bought in and they will never come to terms with the reality that they've been scammed, pretty much. Or they just never realize that the things they have been peddled about, like how important, the cantle tilt is or whatever, really don't matter that much at all. You don't need to be mewing 24 hours a day, mewing in your sleep, in order to get the perfect chiseled jawline, in order to lead a happy, successful life and have a significant other. It's unnecessary, and a lot of times, in pretty much every case, it's a bunch of baloney, a bunch of hooey to begin with. So, it's just that's the reality of it. I was shocked in all of my looks maxing deep dives I've done over the last 10 days to see how many people defend it. That was the weirdest part to me, and I really think it's because they've just bought into it and then feel trapped like they have to keep supporting it, otherwise it was all for nothing. But yeah, I just had to rant about looks maxing a little bit. I've spent too long in the rabbit hole to not talk about it a little further past the jelking video. So yeah, that's really about it. See ya.